Okay, so this video is just gonna be me, it's just gonna be me rant. It's just gonna be like it'll just be like a clip from his video, then me like just doing, and it's just me refuting it, and like that's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be, it's gonna be clipped and I refute it, then clipped and I refute it, so on, so on. It's all just me just doing shit off the top of my head and doing it all in one take. I did not script this. I do not have anything, any proof or whatever the hell, any research on hand, anything like that. I'm just going purely off the top of my head, and that's all. But anyways, yeah, enjoy the video.
Hey, of course, I'm gonna talk about Nazis. I mean, not Nazis. I mean, it says here, says anti-furries.
Starting off strong, this guy's already going to start calling us Nazis and shit. My counterpoint to that is one of our biggest, most respected, and leader of one of the largest anti-fur groups is a Jew. Like, look up the Beginner dude. He's one of the largest YouTubers, runs one of the largest, most well-respected groups and such. And most of us view him as basically pretty accurate to all of our beliefs. You know what I mean? Like, and he's Jewish. How could we be Nazis? One of our most well-respected, well-known members is Jewish. Anyways, next part.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Pretty much a group of people on the internet that, you know, are taking a strong stance against the societal evil that is people who dress up in animal costumes.
The animal costume part, we don't give a fuck about that part. We don't care about people doing that. We care about a lot of the other shit that comes with it. Like the fact that almost all of them are sexual degenerates, and they like to say that the fandom is safe for kids, even though it's full of sexual degeneracy. And, you know, kids will end up getting hooked on porn and shit like that whenever they join the fandom. Basically, our problem with it is how degenerate the fandom is. We don't care if you want to dress up as a fucking dog or whatever. We don't care.
It's important to know where these guys actually came from. You might be surprised to find this out, but origin point actually stems, if you could believe something as abstract as this, from the far right. Politically speaking, the far right. How do I know that? Well, it's because if you go on Google and just search like anti-furry, like a good amount of the stuff that you're gonna find is just fascist propaganda, like just straight up.
Yo, what do you guys think?
That's just Nazis.
What? Really? No. Just, I'm sure it's an outlier. Oh, okay. Oh, we got this one. Oh, hey guys, I'm sure this is nothing. Guys.
Oh no,
Guys,
that's Black Sun, isn't it?
Just hear me out of this one. Just hear me out.
That will reinterpret fascist, or in some instances even anti-fascist propaganda, and, you know, put their own spin on it like this.
As for this part, admittedly, yeah, a lot of the shit is just stupid fucking fascist propaganda. The thing is, a lot of that shit's kind of old, and the reason why people did it back then was not because they actually believed in fascism or whatever. It's because they were just edgelords and they wanted to make people mad. You know, they were trolling. They didn't actually believe in that shit. I've talked to tons of anti-furries, some that joined a while back, some that are newer. None of them I've met are actual genuine Nazis or anything like that. They're just edgelords. They're trolls. You know what I mean? And the thing is, nowadays, most anti-furries, especially a lot of the bigger ones, are doing everything they can to try to move away from that fascist imagery. They're trying to do everything they can to disassociate themselves from fascism. They're trying to look more normal now, while before, you know, we try to look as edgy as possible, the stupidest shit ever. I will admit that, stupid. But now we're trying to more show how we actually are, rather than being edgelords, you know what I mean? So this point doesn't apply anymore, like, at all. It doesn't apply anymore at all. And even back then, it still wouldn't apply particularly much, because it's edgelord shit, not genuine shit. You get what I mean?
Not very hard to like figure out as well. Like watching any of the like videos, or, you know, because there are like like quote unquote memes on this that you can watch, you know, if you really want to study this topic. The premise of the memes are usually like it'll play something that like a furry did and it's like super cringe, and then you'll have like a Nazi guy come on screen and be like,
Oh my god, it's a Nazi!
Oh my god.
I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but that's like the gist of a lot of them.
Epic. Oh, epic.
So fucking schmagma. I would repost this immediately.
Epic. Epic, bro. Epic. What does this have to do with the furries? They're just killing each other. That's not Sigma.
It's not Sigma.
It's not Sigma, bro.
It's not Sigma. Now this is Sigma. Now this is Sigma. I would literally get up and start spazzing. Exactly.
Me and my followers. Oh, space Hitlerman.
Dude, Hitlerman, save us, please.
That's the coin from Ultra Kill. Oh my god.
Oh, you and I just play someone's like actually good animation that's completely safe for work, but then just follow it up with a guy at a shooting range. Like, wow.
Congrats! You bullied a furry!
Oh.
Even though the sign says it's not even clever. Shoot the furry. Yes.
Yeah.
None of what he showed was even anything of Nazi guy comes out, shoots the furry, anything like that. Like he showed one guy with like the hoodie and the skull mask with the anti-furry armband, which just because the guy is wearing black and wearing a skull mask doesn't mean they're Nazi. The skull mask, I'm pretty sure, is just used by all sorts of right-wingers, or just not even right-wingers entirely, just people that want to look cool or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? One of them showed like a German soldier shooting a furry. I can understand why you'd misinterpret that, but if I remember correctly, that one is meant to be like a World War I soldier, you know, Imperial Germany, not Nazi Germany. But overall, yeah, the memes are stupid. Fucking, they're cringy, yes, they're stupid and cringy, but it's not, once again, it's not Nazi ideology being shown. No, it's not Nazi. I don't know where the fuck he's getting that from entirely. That he's just bullshitting at this point.
The fundamental belief of these guys, at the end of the day, whether they will admit it or not, is that deviation from the norm is bad. You know, anything that's like different is gonna just be inherently bad, or it sucks.
That's just inherently not true in this day and age. Most of our beliefs and stuff, they're the counterculture to how it normally is. We go directly against the norm. We're for the old norm, a lot of us are, but we're not. But we're not like the modern norm. You know what I mean? The thing is, we don't care if you're weird or at normal. It's the sexual degeneracy part that we have a problem with. You know, the horny bastardness, the fucking degenerateness of the furries. That's what we have a problem with. That's why we're against them. Not because they go prancing around some stupid fucking costume. We don't care. Even if we think it's cringe, we'll make fun of it, sure, but we don't care. You know, we could care fucking less. We couldn't care less is what I mean. We don't care about that. We're not like, oh, anything against the norm is bad, blah 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 blah. Like it's and we don't care about that fact. We care about how degenerate it is, not the fact that it's different. Anyways,
because it mainly relies on people like not understanding it and then just, you know, kind of filling in the rest of it. Like, you know, I don't understand this, so it must be like bad and etc. etc.
My counterpoint is, like a good quarter, probably more than a quarter, probably almost half, maybe more of the anti-furries used to be furries themselves. So we understand it perfectly fine. That's why we're against it. Hell, I used to be a furry myself, and I understand it perfectly, and that's why I'm against it, because I understand it. And even the ones that don't used to be furries, a lot of them like to do a lot of research on it, look into it, and stuff like that. And that's why they're against it. So this is just straight up fucking wrong.
And this is where I'm gonna probably get some flack from the peanut gallery, but brace yourselves on this one. The other thing that this, you know, little army of angry nerds kind of relies on, you just kind of having as like an underlying assumption, is that NSFW, like pornography in any sense, is like immediately bad. And I mean, seriously, like to a point where I've seen people on the internet get like called out for just having like being an adult and, I don't know, drawing NSFW and sharing it with other adults, hypothetically. So a lot of their, like, arguments for why furries are super bad and they suck stem from this, like, underlying belief that anything that's, like, sexual in any context is, like, the work of the devil, and it needs to be dealt with accordingly.
For once, he gets something right about us. He just acts like it's a bad thing. Like, bro, no shit, anything in SW like that it's bad. It's degenerative. It's against God. It's wrong. And anything that's allowed for the adults, anything that's involved with the adults, eventually that's gonna, if it's acceptable for adults, eventually it's gonna trickle down into the kids. It's gonna trickle down. That's how it works. And all this other, and like porn, all that shit, it's incredibly degenerate to society. A lot of the problems we have now is because of that shit. You know what I mean? So yes, you are right. We are against any sort of NSFW horny bullshit at all, for multitude of reasons. Both like reasons to do with like it being degenerative and shit like that, and also religious reasons. A lot of us are very religious, which drives a lot of our beliefs against furries and everything like that. So yeah, you got it right. It just, you're acting like it's a bad thing, which is fucking stupid.
Look, I also hate this shit where it's like, you can't, I think people kind of realize naturally that, like, when you hate an entire group of people, you are gonna look like a douchebag. So in response, these guys, instead of admitting that they obviously just don't like this entire group of people because they are different, they instead go with this, like, deflection that all furries or whatever are, insert, like, horrible term here, filed, groomer, rapists, etc. Whatever bad term you want to plug in there, it doesn't really matter. The point is, at the end of the day, you're just saying a statement that equates to all furries equal bad.
The thing is, like, that used to happen a lot, but like I said, in recent times, we started to clean our act more, be more reasonable, stuff like that. And the thing is, nowadays, we don't ever say anything, all furries are pedos, rapists, whatever the fuck. I mean, some of us will still say they're all zoophiles, but that's because a lot of us, I don't agree with this, but a lot of us view anthropomorphic stuff as zoophilia. So we're not being distruthful, we're just using the wrong definition. And even again, that's kind of a smaller minority of anti-furries that believe in that, from what I understand. And also, I mean, I already forgot the rest he said. Let me go back and fucking watch it. Oh yeah, he just said it's because they're different, and that's not. Once I already went over that. That's not the reason why. I always said the reasons why. Anyways, next fucking part of this guy's video.
I wish these guys at the very least would just have, like, the courage to just be like, I don't like these guys. I don't get it, because I don't get it. Okay, I don't get it, and I'll be the first to admit it. Okay, I don't fucking get it. But I don't know. I also don't, like, put down, like, an entire group of people just because, like, they have different interests than me.
I'm not gonna repeat myself. I've already been over why we dislike them and shit, and like, and also, dude, when you say, "Oh, I don't put down entire group of people just because they have a different interest in me than I do," you're kind of doing that right now to an extent. So yeah, fucking. Come on, dude, at least try not to fucking contradict yourself. Like, come on. Like, all the shit you're saying in the video makes it clear that you do not understand us in the slightest. You do not understand us in the slightest, and you're saying we don't understand furries when, like I said, most of us used to be them, so on, blah, 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 I've already been over it. Like, bro, you're gonna claim we don't understand them, we don't understand your side, but then you come out and you start saying shit that just shows that you have zero understanding of us at all, other than watching a couple of stupid fucking meme compilations and looking us up on fucking Google, on Google Images. Like you put no thought into this. You did no research. You didn't look into this at all. And I will admit, I did no fucking research on you either. So yeah, I am gonna admit that. But that's the thing. I'm willing to admit that I did no research on you before doing this. Just like you did no research on us. Although you didn't admit that. You didn't admit that you did no research. You're acting like you did research. Well, when you clearly fucking didn't, because you keep saying the most retarded shit that's completely untrue. Either you don't know what you're talking about, or you're purposely spitting lies.
Not to mention that a lot of the people that like say dumbass shit like this usually, it's like homophobia and transphobia in a fucking trench coat, being like, oh, we don't like furries actually, and all furries are bad because they hurt kids. Is actually you just wouldn't you know? It's homophobia and transphobia in a fucking trench coat with a vague seal of protecting the children.
Once again, he's showing he doesn't know anything about us, because, like, what do you mean homophobia, transphobia in a trench coat? We're just openly homophobic and transphobic. We're openly homophobic and transphobic. We are honest about that. And the thing is, oh, it's under the veil of protecting children. Once again, there's no veil. We're openly homophobic and transphobic. And part of the reason why we are is to help protect children, because those people tend to be very degenerate. I'll say that's as nice as I can say, degenerate. You know what I mean? So, and they tend to spread that shit to children, which we don't like. We're against that. We try to protect children from all the weird, degenerate shit that's online, that mostly, queers and furries and such spread. You know what I mean?
Years ago, I made this video where I talked to, pretty much like trolled this guy, owned this like furries suck Roblox group. The group was called like the Mighty Corporation. I don't know if it's still up. I don't really give a shit. And I trolled him on my alt, and I said like, oh, I'm like a journalist or whatever, and I want to like do a piece on like, I want to interview you. And I got like down to I still have all the footage, and I'm gonna use it obviously, but I got down to like kind of the root of what these guys think that they're actually fighting, and that is they're not just fighting like, oh, furries suck. They're literally just fighting against like queer people in general, like that, just straight up. They used plenty of Nazi imagery in like their shit, like all over their pages and stuff, shit like this, where they would just slap like their logo on it, like, yeah, I really sign off on that, whatever's going on in this here. And
no, I don't know anything about this group, so I cannot speak for them. Maybe that group were actually fucking lunatic Nazis. I don't know anything about them. I haven't done research on them. I was not involved with them ever, so I don't know anything about them. But he's acting like all of us are like this. Well, not really. And like one thing to remember is like there's like the community has changed a lot in the past like year and a half or so. I don't know when he knew that group, but like assuming it was a long while ago, more than that time. A lot has changed recently, and like the thing is, most of us don't really use Nazi imagery at all anymore. Most of us don't say crazy shit like "gas the furries" unless it's like very ironic and just joking around with our friends, So, once again, what he's saying doesn't really fit anymore, and it shows that he doesn't really understand us that well. Holy shit! Once again, I already forgot what he said in that segment. I'm gonna go fucking watch it. 1 second. Okay, so you're looking at it again. He said it's 2 years ago, which just goes to show, like, how it does, how like I said, we've changed a lot in the past like year or so. Mid 2023 on, a lot of change has happened. So a lot of the shit he's saying doesn't really apply anymore. Maybe it really maybe it applied back then. I don't know. I wasn't really there back then. I'm a little newer to this, but anyways, so he said, they're just fighting queer people. Yes, we do that. We do that. We're against the queers. We're against queer stuff. We're anti-LGBT. What the fuck? What the hell the acronym is nowadays? I fucking forgot. I can't keep track of that shit. It's like fucking 10 letters long, and I think it has a number in it. But yeah, ooh, we are against that shit. I already went over why and such, and also. He's probably trying to say that we're also all Nazis still, and the thing is, we're not. Like I said, one of our largest, most well-respected YouTubers that runs one of the largest groups is Jewish, and another very large YouTuber that's respected and runs a very large group is Polish, and he's very anti-Nazi. In fact, one of our members was like kind of one of our people was kind of out as like a Nazi or whatever, and he got fucking horribly shunned for it and basically kicked out. Like I'm pretty sure his name was like Klaus or some shit like that. He got horribly shunned and kicked out. He's basically not one of us anymore. We kicked him out basically because of how overly Nazi he was. Like his server was overly Nazi shit like that. And we kicked him out for it, which just goes to show even farther how at least nowadays we're not Nazis. I don't know about back then. I don't know back in the day because I wasn't there. But nowadays, you cannot really call us Nazis, especially considering we're doing everything to distance ourselves from them. We're kicking out Nazi guys who that take the Nazi imagery too far, and I'm pretty sure a lot of groups are starting to use different flags to really move away from the Nazi look. For example, the Jewish guy, his group, they use a different flag now. That's like what's the word? Meant to more go away from the Nazi imagery. You know what I mean? So yeah, uh, yeah, we're not Nazi. As simple as.
Thing, and that's what makes it like the most some of the more insidious shit I've seen on the internet, because you have like large content creators or figures, like content creators that I, at a younger age watched, kind of plant these like seeds in your mind that, different equals bad and cringe, just bullying people for like literally no reason. A lot of the guys that I've seen dunking on furries aren't even like doing it like calling out this like disgusting, pedophile, zoophile. Like, no, it's usually just like, oh, look at this guy. This guy's a bit cringe. Kids these days. It's just
Once again, he's talking about how we just dislike them because they're different. I already went over that, but anyways, he's like, these people, they don't even go after them. They don't even go after the pedophiles or whatever. They go after the people just being like, just cringe or whatever. Like fucking like, if you look at like a lot of the furry exposed videos we make or whatever the fuck, a lot of them we're exposing a furry for being, put simply, a horrible person. We've like gone after a lot of like zoophiles and guys are just in pedos and shit like that. We're not just going after this like normal average cringy motherfuckers. We make fun of them a lot. We say shit about them a lot, sure, but like we only go after the real bad ones. Either them or the ones that are actively trying to silence us and fuck with us. Those are the ones we go after. The really fucked up motherfuckers and the ones that are actively doing something against us. We don't just attack like random fucking ones and shit, other than like maybe we'll make some joke about them or make a shitty meme out of one of their videos or whatever the fuck. But beyond that, we don't just attack like the normal average motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
shit like that. That's one of the deadlier parts of this, because this is how, I don't doubt it, this is probably how a good amount of people are gonna end up getting radicalized, is because of shit like this, whether they realize it or not, because they are getting into like spheres where people who are kind of masking their actual truer deep-seated beliefs behind the guise of I don't like people in animal costumes.
Once again, he's saying we don't like them because, animal costumes, whatever. I already went over that, but the other shit he's saying, he's like how fucking, people in this group are gonna get people, anti-furries are gonna get radicalized. They lure in people and they end up in spheres of people that are like masking their true beliefs behind, I don't like these people because blah blah blah, and they end up radicalizing people, shit like that. One, honestly, kind of, it's starting to go the other way around. Like, the anti-furry like community used to be super, super fucking edgy and like use a lot of Nazi imagery, but in recent times, it's de-radicalizing like a lot, and a lot of like groups. Like you go to any of the larger groups, or even a lot of the smaller ones, they're mostly anti-Nazi and shit like that. A lot of them do make a lot of fucking edgy jokes, but for the most part, they're anti-Nazi, or at the very least non-Nazi. Like go look at AFTS, the one made by the Jewish guy, or Trolls, or what was it called, like a troll company, or I forgot, but the one made by the Polish dude, CEO of Trolling, that one, or the Hooligans, the one I'm in, or the UAFSA handcuffs group, so on, so on. Hell, even Troll Phalanx. Troll Phalanx, who is known for being one of the more edgier, fucking wild ones. Even now, it's starting to simmer down a lot and be less Nazi, be more moderate. But yeah, you can go to any of those groups, and if you talk to anyone, most of them will say they're at the very least like somewhat against Nazis. They're all non-Nazis. They don't believe in any National Socialist bullshit. Hell, most of them would have been like a lot of anti-furries are like racial minorities. They would have been gassed with the Nazis on top of that. So like, yeah, like I said, just go to any group, damn near any anti-furry group, especially the larger ones, and they'll be very anti-Nazi.
Like, get in the weeds here with this. The statistics aren't even on these guys' side. So, like, I can do all this, like, theoretical, like, epistemology here, but, I don't even really need to do that. Like, the stats are not even on their side. Hit them with it. Hit them with the statistics. Hit them with the facts. Don't care about your feelings. They call me offensive, controversial. There's only two genders, boys and girls.
Yeah, so arguably the funniest part about this is that the facts are not even on these guys' side. All of this information is like pulled directly off of Wikipedia. It took me actually less than 10 minutes to find all of this stuff and compile it for you. Facts do not care about your feelings. From a survey of 4.3 thousand, 37% reported that sexual attraction is important to them. The remaining 63% reported that they either did not care or that they were in strong opposition to it. Now, I don't know if you know math, but 63% is like just under 2/3, and I mean like just barely under 2/3. So I mean, it feels kind of futile to argue with this stuff, right? Because like the real reason why these guys actually think the way that they do is not because like of some statistics or anything. It's because of anecdotes. It's because of their own fucking like biases in the situation. There's not any statistic I could show you on the screen that would fucking change your mind. You're not here because of statistics in the first place if you hate people in animal costumes. But some of you may be shocked to find this out, but I actually, for the life of me, found literally no evidence connecting the furry fandom to pedophilia, zoophilia, literally like anything, like, or crimes in general. There are plenty of anecdotes, but there are plenty of anecdotes for literally f***ing anything. Like, there are 8 billion people in the world. Go figure, there's like a handful of them that fit the exact narrative that you want to craft. Guys,
Because on this part, he says a lot of the same shit that he's been saying. I'm not gonna go with that, but like he's saying, oh, there's no statistics, things like that. Nothing linking, the furry fandom to zoophilia, blah 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 blah. But like, look, I'm not really doing research for this video. It's a weekday. I have other shit to do. I don't feel like doing that. So everybody, go do your own research, watch other videos, read other shit. Go do some research of your own. I'm just gonna say that. But from what I've gotten from a personal experience, from research I've done in the past, I no longer have the links to, so I can't really link anything. So that's why I'm saying go research yourself. Like, just overall, there's a large connection. Like, if I remember correctly, like at large conventions, like a lot of staff were zoophiles. Like the guy who owns E621 Bad Dragon, whatever, if I remember correctly, he at some point he was on a good enough terms with Douglas Spink to just have a conversation with him to get business advice from Douglas Spink. If you don't know who that is, I'm not gonna get into it here. You can find videos on YouTube explaining everything he's done, but he's not a good person, that's for damn sure. And another thing is like a lot of have you ever noticed that like almost every zoophile you see is also furry? Like all of them? Like look at the fucking Zooer Than Thou podcast. Yes, that's a fucking thing. It's a zoophile podcast on YouTube. Hasn't been taken down, I don't think. Everybody on there's a fucking furry. Everyone on there's a fucking furry. And all the fucking Twitter zoophiles, all furries, everything like that. And also there's plenty of news headlines talking about furries doing various fat shit. I can understand why you'd say that's anecdotes, because, kinda is. But it's always... But anyways, another thing is, that I've got from personal experiences, like, when I used to be a furry, it's like, I was never groomed or anything like that, thankfully. I never had to deal with that. I never had to deal with anything especially bad, but I did have to... So about that, was a sort of weird noise. Anyways, everyone I met was, like, an NSFW addict, like, to the highest degree. I met a lot of kids my age back then. Almost all of them were NSFW addicts. Like all the first time I were NSFW addicts, whether they were younger than me or older than me. Like it didn't matter. All of them were NSFW addicts. Every furry I have met, all except for one of them, was an NSFW addict. And even then, that one of them I spoke to very briefly on some random game. So he's I don't know. For all I know, he was lying. So yeah, everything in my personal experience points to that. Both furries I've talked to recently and the ones I've talked to then, all addicts. So yeah, there's that too. And plus, there's plenty of people who have experience being groomed by furries and shit because of how common it is. Not because, furries are inherently groomers, it's just that, furries say it's safe for say their fan is safe for kids, even though it has a bunch of weird shit in it. And naturally, when there's a fandom full of, like, horny kids, addict kids, and of course that's going to attract pedophiles, because pedophiles see, this is easy hunting, you know what I mean? So that's the problem. That's another reason why we're against them. You know what I mean? That's the problem with it. Like that's how it's linked to like all that shit you're saying it's not linked to.
A brief presentation on anti-furry nationalism by Gone Fishing. Anti-furryism or anti-furry nationalism as we know it currently was the brainchild of a dude named Joseph Skarnov. Just about 3 years ago in early 2021, Joseph is credited by multiple anti-furry pages as the creator of not only the first anti-furry account to use the flag, but the flag itself. This was from an article that I found saying anti-furry flag by Joseph Skarnov, and this is from an anti-furry website saying Joseph Skarnov is the founder of Anti-Furry Action. Here's some more references to him. Here's another anti-furry that posts the flag from back in 2021 saying that it was created by Anti-Furry Action, aka Joseph Skarnov. And also here is a ad on the previously mentioned anti-furry website saying that Anti-Furry Action has the best anti-furry propaganda. Okay, but what's the big deal? Who cares? Okay, who cares who created it, Gone Fishing? Unless you have, like, some crazy proof that, like, he was a neo-Nazi, I seriously doubt that exists. That can't be real. Big shock, it actually is real. The anti-furry flag is based on the flag for the National Socialist Revolutionary Movement, a neo-Nazi group from Moscow. There is literally no debate to be had here. Skarnov is referenced across multiple anti-furry pages as its creator, and the flag itself is based off of a Russian neo-Nazi group's flag. End of story.
Wow.
Okay, he calls or believes anti-furry nationalism. Where the fuck he gets that? I don't understand. I've never heard it called that. I don't know why he's calling it that. And I don't know, the connotation he has on it is acting like nationalism is just like inherently bad. Apparently, like which it's not. Nationalism, just like kind of the fucking average across all the world. It has been for hundreds of years. Nationalism is just how it is. That it's the only way for government to work and shit. You know what I mean? But anyways, he mention how Joseph Kirchhoff, or whatever his name was, like the original creator of us or whatever the hell, made the flag based off of a Nazi group. And I have nothing to disprove that. I'll take his word for it. I'm not sure he's telling the truth, but I'll take his word for it. The thing is, so, I mean, like, I've talked to Lions Furries, and none of them knew that. None of them knew that. None of us had any knowledge of that. None of us know anything about Joseph Skarkovsky. I don't know I forgot. I already forgot how to pronounce his fucking name. We know nothing about him. All we know is the fucking propaganda. We didn't even know he made the flag. We didn't know the origins behind the flag, which I think just goes to show even more so just how we're not. I think just goes to show how we're not Nazis. If we didn't even know it's anything to do with Nazis, how would we? I mean, and also, I mean, that was 2021. Like I said, in the past year or so, past like year and a half, whatever, things have changed a lot. So yeah, sure, I don't know much about back then because I wasn't there back then, but perhaps perhaps the most anti-furries were Nazis back then. Perhaps it was a Nazi group back then. I don't know, but it doesn't change the fact that it's not now. Even if maybe if it did have Nazi roots, I don't know if it did. The guy might have just done it because he thought it looked cool or just to be edgy or whatever. I don't know. I don't know the guy. But even if we assume it was a hardliner, full-on Nazi group back in 2021, so what? It's not now, and also the anti-furries that joined back in 2021 are very few. There's not that many. I haven't met like any of them. I don't think I might have met like one or two. I don't know if I did. And even then, I'm pretty sure those ones, which I'm not even sure they actually did join in 2021. I think they did. I might be misremembering it. Those ones were anti-Nazi, very much, very, very anti-Nazi. You know what I mean? So his point mute. It's moot. It doesn't fucking matter. His point means nothing. Because even if it used to be Nazi, which I don't even know if it was, okay? You might want to talk to some actual fucking old school anti-furries about that because I don't know shit. But yeah, even if it was Nazi back then, it's not now. So what the fuck does it matter?
Debunking at Gone Fishing video on anti-furries by someone called Yeet Meme. The video openly starts with this guy's intro, which has a little clip of a dancing Hitler in it, which is a very great way to start a video where you're supposedly going to be disproving the allegations that you're a part of a neo-Nazi group. That's great. He also refers to me as a furry protector, which I don't know. I guess I'm not terminally online enough to know what that means, which is surprising because I am incredibly terminally online.
Disprove furry protector by the name of Gone Fishing. Now how you furries say anti-furries are cherry picking? And so you kind of say in this video, you know, that we choose specific people? Kind of looks like you're doing that. Just finding specific things off of Google, just search it up.
So he accuses me of cherry picking, and yeah, no, I do have to wonder, like, how is it cherry picking if it's like I'm talking about like a systemic level of like fascism, you know? If your entire movement is that, like, from the base of it, how is it cherry picking?
The anti-furry
So on this part, he's like, the dancing Hitler part, like, how does that have anything to do with us being Nazis? It's just dancing Hitler. It's meant to be edgy humor bullshit, you know? It's not anything, like, I don't get the fuck this guy's on. And also, he's like, you know, so the guy, and the anti-furry said he's cherry picking, and then he said, oh, I'm talking about this is the systemic fascism in your group. How is that cherry picking? Explain your entire ideology, shit like that. It's like, because you're just going on Google and looking at all that shit there. You're purposely doing research on the oldest corners in the most obscure places ever, because I have not seen a single fucking anti-furry website. I have not seen a single anti-furry website, bro. I didn't even know those really existed. I knew of one, but that's because my friend fucking made it a long time ago, and it's a dead website. No one goes to it. I think he took it down too. But like, you like at this point, I know he did his research at this point because he covered some of the most obscure shit a lot of anti-furries didn't even know. A lot of us didn't even know. Most of us didn't even fucking know. So now I know he's just spreading bullshit. Like, he's just lying at this point. He did enough research to know shit that we don't know. And he still somehow managed to get us wrong. Like, at this point, I know he should understand us, so now I know he's just bullshitting. Like, come on now. And also, I mean, like I said, even if we were to assume back then it was like proper full-on systemic fashion, what the fuck are you saying? It's not now, so it doesn't matter. I mean, since you want to call us Nazis, I'll use the actual Nazis as an example. Germany, yeah, Germany used to be Nazis, obviously, sure, but like, they aren't now. Like if you like the average German now is like not a fucking Nazi at all, so it's kind of the same thing with us, you know. So like, what the fuck does it matter if we used to have some Nazi fucking shit? What was it matter? Like, sure, some of it's left over, like the flag is still often used, but even then, it's starting to be phased out for newer flags because we're trying to get away from that view, that look, because none of us are Nazis. Like, even back then, I don't think we were Nazis. Maybe we were, I don't know why, but from all the older anti-furries I've talked to, they aren't Nazis, they're just edgelords. So, yeah, but now that we're not edgelords anymore either, we're also, fucking replacing it. So, as the days go by, his points get even more and more pointless. Even they prove less and less as the fucking days go by. So yeah.
flag is not based on a Nazi flag. If anything, it's closer to the anti-Nazi flag, or anarchist flag, or an anti-anarchist flag.
There is literally no debate to be had here. The creator was a neo-Nazi. It is based off of a neo-Nazi flag. It has all the iconography and vexillology of it. Oh shit, but actually no, he totally debunked that though, because then the next thing he plays is he actually shows that in an anti-furry Discord server, the second rule is no Nazis. So fuck me, I guess. It's over.
Oh, what's one of the rules? No Nazi. So kind of like your point got disproven.
Then to
once again, someone if the creator of the flag and everything like that, like one of our quote-unquote founders, that's I think anti-furry thing, it's like anti-furry, was around longer from what I've heard from some other people. I don't know. Don't take my word on that. But even if we assume he was a creator, I mean, like, so what? We like the founders of America supported slavery, but do we now? do we now? No, we don't. So what the fuck does it matter? We've changed a lot since then. You know, the anti-fur community's changed a lot since back in 2021. And also, like, yeah, sure, it has a Nazi iconography and shit on the flag and shit, but like I said, that doesn't even fucking matter. Really, I already explained all this shit. I'm not gonna continue. And when it comes to like the guy showing the rules of one specific thing, and then you're like, that's just one thing. Like the thing is, most anti-furry servers, I said this many times. I already said this before, I think, but go to any of the larger groups, and even if they don't have a rule against it, even if they allow like Nazi shit, they're still against Nazism. They're just edgelords. Like go to what the fuck was it again? UAFSA, the handcuff server, or AFTS, which is the beginner dude server, the Jewish guy. And there's like Troll Central, which was like the Polish guy, the Polish anti-Nazi guy. There's the Hooligans, which is the group I'm in. There's a lot of other ones, and even the edgiest one I know of, Troll Phalanx, is still somewhat anti-Nazi. So yeah, your point doesn't fucking like, dude. Almost every server is like the one this guy is showing. So yeah, that's simple.
Just two clips of me saying that, this, that, or the other. He will just cite like these 4 anecdotes that he's going to continue recycling throughout the entire runtime of the video. Like, seriously, here's all the times that he mentions them. There is no editing here. This is just a direct compilation of them. No, and he keeps going. He really loves these 4 anecdotes, which is honestly a genius way to ignore any level of actual adult debate, because like why do that when you could just like no, you're wrong actually, and then put a meme sound effect. So to me, saying then that this movement preys on the feelings of little kids finding furries weird, he then accuses, or I guess softly accuses, the furry fandom of grooming kids into becoming a furry.
Do I need to say more?
Kind of like saying that, I don't know, you groomed a child into building Lego sets. You know what I mean? It comes...
Okay, I can kind of get his point there. The anti-furry in the video should have elaborated a bit more, sure, than just putting in the same 4 pictures or whatever the fuck. But even then, if you look into the furry fandom, like the parts this guy's like talking about, whatever, like dude, there's a surprising large amount of like Nazi furries and other various types of very extremist, fucked up furries. Like, like I'm pretty sure the fucking furry raiders or the fucking neo-Nazi group is like fucking 40 something members strong, and like there's probably plenty of Nazi furries outside of that. I meant like. Recently, I've met like an ex-Nazi furry. Like his group at its height or whatever. I'm pretty sure had like 20 motherfuckers in it. 20 motherfuckers in it, something like that. Some ludicrous fucking number. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy schizo extremist fucking furries. Okay, there's a lot of them. Like there's a lot like whether it be like on the far left or far right, fucking authoritarian or anarchist, whatever. There's a lot of extremist furries out there. Hell, this guy's on like, we groomed a child into building Lego sets. He's acting like that's comparable to grooming how that's like apparently on a same level as making a kid a furry. When making a kid a furry is like 20 times worse. He's downplaying like, bro, how could you be this fucking ignorant? How is it this hard for you to realize just how unsafe the furry fandom is for children? I was in there myself as a child, and I saw tons of fucked up shit I should have not been seeing. I shouldn't have seen. And same with like a lot of the people I talked to back then. Like, dude, it's not normal for a fucking 13-year-old to have a porn addiction. The thing is, the furry fan is full of shit like that, so they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it. That's how it is. That's how degenerate furry fandom is. It's full of horny bastard shit, horny shit. That's how it's full of NSFW. It's right there for the picking for any kid. Anybody that gets into the furry fandom, they're eventually gonna see shit like that. They're eventually gonna experience shit like that, and that's the problem with it. All these YouTubers are acting like it's safe for kids, inviting kids in, saying, "Oh, come on, be a furry of us. It's fun," but the kids don't realize until it's too late just how bad of a mistake it was. Just how much was lying underneath the surface. How bad it was. You know what I mean? Like, come on, do any research on furries, spend any time in any furry server. You're gonna, it's bad, man. It's real bad. Like, come on now.
From like a very fundamental misunderstanding of what the debate is even about, to the extent that, like, I don't know, all I'm saying is that you're inviting someone into a group and not that the group that you are inviting them into is inherently bad. He then says, in response to me saying that the anti-furry movement is rooted in Nazism, which at this point in the video, he doesn't even refute. He just tries to counterclaim by saying that the furry movement is rooted in, quote-unquote, and this is the source that he put on the screen, rooted in an underground comics movement from the 1970s which would depict explicit content. And I guess we are to argue that that is on the same level as being a neo-Nazi? Is that what we're arguing? Are we arguing that, like, comics that have explicit art are on the same level as Nazism?
Something makes me doubt that that was his point. But the thing is, like, and when you say, oh, he's not even refuting that it's ordered in Nazi, that's because most of us don't even know how our own group was founded. We don't know, like, at all. we don't know at all. That's the reason why we can't refute it, because we don't know and we weren't there. And also, that just shows. And also, we've changed a lot since then, so it doesn't matter. A lot of decent places, a lot of good things or whatever, were founded in very fucked up ways. They were founded pretty bad at first, but then they got better. They became safer, better, so on, so on. That's a thing. That's what happened to the fucking anti-furry community. Started off as like super edgy, maybe even Nazi. I wasn't there, so I don't know. And then in recent times, it's gotten better. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. We've gotten that's the thing. That's the difference between us and furries. I see, like, you haven't made this thing, so I'm not saying this to you, fishing man. I'm just saying, like, a lot of furries say, oh, we're the same thing. When the difference between us and furries is that, while even if we did start off fucked up, just like they did, we got better. They didn't. That's the issue. That's the underlying thing. You know, it shows that if we're able to denazify, become a lot better. Like, we've denazified a lot in the past year and a half. We've denazified a lot, edged down a lot, while they just keep going to the fucking moon. Just up, up, up. More horny. More degenerate. More this. That. You know what I mean? So yeah. I still don't get the point he's trying to make, and also no, the anti-furry guy's not trying to say that pornography is like just as bad as Nazism, which, you know, honestly, that is a argument you could make. I mean, they're both pretty fucked up, but anyways.
Because you know who would say something like that? A Nazi. And again, more of this just like using memes to attempt to discredit like entire parts of the video. Just putting like his source, trust me bro, and then cutting out the actual part where I like proved it. I hope you had a good laugh when putting stuff in the video like that, because you are going to be remembered as a Nazi defender. And then he just skips over like crucial parts of the video with putting text on the screen saying, I have already debunked this. True journalism.
Okay, again with the you guys are all Nazis, bro, come on. If you've done enough research to find out shit about us, about our past that we don't even know ourselves, you should know by now how we actually are nowadays. Like, come on now, you're just misinforming now. I don't know Man, what's your motivation for this? Really, bro. What is your motivation for this now? What was your motivation for this? What's your motivation for lying about us and shit? Alright, like, damn. Raymond was like, yeah, sure, the anti-furry could have done more in depth. He could have been a little more professional, shit like that, instead of just using memes or whatever the fuck, but like, still, I mean, like, dude, I haven't watched the guy's video, so maybe he did debunk it earlier, I don't know, but like, just like I'm not repeating shit every time it comes up because you keep repeating shit. Like, you keep repeating shit, I'm not gonna debunk it 25 fucking times because you bring it up 25 fucking times in a video. But yeah, I don't know if he did. So, maybe the anniversary on this case is in the right, maybe he's in the wrong. I don't know if he debunked it earlier or not. Next part of the fucking video.
Okay, so for the part of the video where I went over some anti-furry memes and media, he stops on a particularly damning one where a guy, in response to seeing a furry in the woods, pops out from behind a tree with very clear and obvious Nazi iconography on. We're talking like wearing a skull mask and a fucking red armband. Pretty damning stuff right there. In response to that, this fucking genius says,
He wears the skull mask because it makes it look like he's smiling. That armband, guess what? Militaries wear armbands sometimes.
Motherfucker, it is a red armband.
Okay, I've seen the bro, the skull mask. It's probably, I don't know. He's like, maybe it's maybe to be Nazi, but like even then he might just be an edgelord doing the Nazi thing, and also he might just be a fucking fan of fucking Ghost from Call of Duty. So there's plenty of reasons why people would wear a skull mask. Maybe he's just trying to look cool. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I don't know the guy. Now, so I've watched that guy's videos before. The armband he's wearing is the anti-furry flag, not a Nazi flag. I don't know what the fuck you're on. And also, plenty of groups have worn our armbands in the past, both pre and post-Nazi, both for and anti-Nazi. You know what I mean? So your point doesn't fucking make any fucking sense, bro. What are you on? You're just spitting bullshit at this point. You're just misinforming. You're twisting. What the fuck are you saying anymore? I gave you the benefit of the doubt earlier, assuming you just didn't know shit. But now it's very clear. You understand us from all the research you've done to find out this shit about us. But you just don't care, and you're just twisting our shit, making us look as bad as possible. And I still don't understand what your goal is. I still don't understand what your motivation is. Why do you want to tear us down so badly? I don't get it. It's like, I heard of some shit because some people bullied your girlfriend for being a furry. I don't know if that's the case. I haven't done any research. I just heard that from another fucking video. Another person's reaction to your video. I don't know if that's true. If that's true, then that's fucking sad. But anyways, what is your motivation? Like, come on, be honest. What is your motivation for lying about us? What's your motivation for misinformation? I don't understand. I would like you to explain. I really fucking love it if you explain, because I want to fucking know so fucking badly. Because there's no way this shit, like, there's no way you genuinely believe all this shit. You clearly know otherwise. You just don't fucking care.
There's a clip where he like pauses and actually goes into gameplay footage of him playing fucking gorilla tag in the background. For all the Sigmas at home, you're gonna be fucking pumping your biceps at this one. He says, to the clip of me saying that I seriously doubt, I doubt that they could explain why an adult sharing NSFW with other adults in an adult space is bad. He says, this brooding alpha male hunk responds by saying,
Guess what? You know why we hate it so much? Except for being zoophilia. You know why? It's been shown a larger testosterone and the
Oh my god, I'm actually gonna die. Oh my god.
oh shit. Fucking Yeet Meme is gonna tell me. We all should be listening to Yeet Meme. I don't know what else to say.
That's why.
Bro, what Eat Me is saying is just kind of true. The zoophilia part, a bit far that, I'm gonna admit. But like, you can just look at anything. Look at anything. Like any studies about what porn does to a motherfucker. Or just observing it yourself. It's very clear how fucking bad it is. It fucking rewires your brain. makes it to where your cock is limp, lowers your fucking testosterone, does this and that, makes you have unrealistic expectations, and fucking makes you feel women or men, whatever the fuck you're watching, it's just objects, shit like that, revise your brain in horrible fucking ways, bad ways. And also another thing is like when you go far enough down a rabbit hole, it just gets, you just have to keep watching. Like when you get addicted, eventually you go farther and farther down the rabbit hole, watching worse and worse shit, and eventually just like all other addiction, it's gonna bottom out at something way worse. If drugs are something that bottom out at you fucking dying, at this, it bottoms out at something horrible like zoophilia or pedophilia, shit like that. And also, the thing is, once I see it, as I said, if revise your brain, one thing it does, it starts to make you just not fucking think right and just start fucking showing this shit all over the place, making it your whole personality and shit like that. And also, there's tons of cases where people show it to kids when they would really should not be doing, but I'm not gonna get into that because not all of them, not all porn actors or whatever do that shit. But anyways, like over, and also like the testosterone thing is true. Everything the human says, kind of, bro, you're really just gonna instead of trying to refute what he's saying or anything like that, you're just gonna insult him. You're just gonna make fun of him for being a kid or sounding a little squeaky, whatever. You're just gonna make fun of him and try to, instead of trying to, try to refute it, anything like that. Like, I think that just goes to show just fucking it just goes to show how you have fucking nothing to show for it. You have no actual evidence, no nothing against us, no real shit. Okay? It goes to show that you're just doing this, you're just doing this to spread bullshit because you don't like us for one reason or fucking another. I don't fucking know why. Like, bro, like, come on, refute the fucker's point. Refute the guy's point instead of just making fun of him. You're saying, well, this guy he's just using memes instead of actual arguments. Bro, you're using insults instead of actual arguments. Like, dude, that's not any better. If anything, that's just fucking worse. Like, bro, what was that shit? Like, I'm pretty sure that shit's like so well known as being the fucking wrong thing to do that like it has its own special name. What's it fucking called? An ad hominem? Just attacking the person that's saying the information, attacking the person that's making the argument instead of refuting the fucking argument. Like, dude, come on, you making feel like this you're making fun of this guy for bad journalism, whatever. When you're doing it back, come on, have some motherfucking what's the word? Consistency. Have some consistency. Like, come on, bro. Play by your own rules. Damn.
We hate it. Like, holy fuck, you're retarded.
Holy fuck, gone fishing, you fucking retarded. Dude, there is nothing funnier calling me retarded in the most retarded sounding voice ever.
Yeah, you have, like, the balls to attack a group that hates that group for a very justifiable
Yeah, you have the balls to attack a group that hates that group for a very justifiable reason. Yeah, no, please explain it to me then, Mr. Alpha Male. Mr. Alpha Male, explain this to a little soy boy simpleton like me. Mister, it's gonna lower your testosterone. Sorry if it lowers yours, by the way, by explaining it to such a cucked libtard like myself, but I really just want to understand. The arguments that they have are also inherently contradictory, but like, who fucking cares? You know, who cares if our arguments are contradictory? Because it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter, especially when these guys, like, their entire thing is just like cherry picking the facts that they agree with.
Man, this guy just loves to run his fucking mouth. Like, come on, refute the arguments, make actual arguments back. What the hell? Instead of just insulting the motherfucker. Come on, have some consistency. You're getting on his ass, calling him bad journalist. What the fuck for using memes instead of actual arguments? Oh, and you're kind of doing the same. You're just insulting instead of refuting back, and you say, all your arguments are contradictory. Explain. Please do explain. If you can prove how we are wrong, and if you can properly prove it, how we are wrong, then prove it. If we're actually wrong, and you prove it to us, we'll probably switch fucking sides. But you can't. You can't prove it. You can't prove it. Come on, I'd love to hear you prove it. I'd love to hear your refute. I'd love to hear you actually prove it. Come on, man.
Just look at the next segment here. This guy just like straight up disregards an entire segment where I am actually showing data by just saying that he doesn't trust it.
Yeah, I'm gonna disprove this with a couple of things. Number one, that looks like Wikipedia. And we all know Wikipedia, guess what? Source.
Shit, man. We was debating, bro. We was debating. We was having intelligent debates and shit.
There's so much other statistics that proves that otherwise.
Here's the funniest part about this. This guy is completely fucking illiterate. He actually cites a source that if you would believe me, actually proves the exact opposite. It actually supports my point more.
Boy, I heard you on that fuck shit, nigga, fuck you. Pulled up with the Mac 10, let it dump scoop.
Yeah, you cannot make
Okay, yeah, maybe the source does prove fucking fishinq's point over the anti-furries. I don't know, I didn't look at the source, so I'm just gonna have to take fishinq's word for it, but even if it did, it still doesn't change the fact that there's plenty of other sources that disprove it too. I don't really have any on me right now. I'm probably too lazy to fucking link them in the description either. So everybody watching, do your own research. Don't just take his word or my word or anyone's word for it. You gotta do it on your own. Go research it, okay? Go research. Don't just take, like I said, don't take mine or his. Research it your damn self. Then decide, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's still plenty of other shit disproving what this guy's saying. You know, that one anti-furry did fumble the fucking bag hard and post one, his fucking link one that proves phishing rather than himself. But yeah, it still doesn't prove that we're wrong, you know. Like, but yeah, everybody go do your own fucking research anyways. Next part.
On fishinq live reaction by talented YouTuber. This talented YouTuber guy has some extra lore that we will get into at the end. Mainly because I don't want to like do some poisoning the well quote unquote shit against him. Let's just see what the guy has to say first. So the video starts with an absolute zinger. What you're gonna also notice as well is that he has this Tucker Carlsona that he speaks through. He has used his voice in previous videos. I wonder why he doesn't do that anymore.
Hello Sigmas, it's time for another sexy video. Okay, what can I talk about today? Oh look, a video on any furries.
So he starts the video with this zinger, pretty much trying to equate me saying this quote.
I don't know. I also don't like put down like an entire group of people just because like they have different interests than me.
But here's the major hypocrisy, that I dare to say that neo-Nazism is bad.
Quite curious. You claim to not hate groups of people, yet you hate a group that hates groups of people. Classic leftist hypocrisy.
Yeah, no. So much for the fucking tolerant left, right? There's so much for the tolerant left. You claim that you're tolerant, but then what? But then when I say I want to then you draw the line? All of a sudden, not so tolerant anymore, Mr. Big Shot. Yeah.
Okay, immediately starting off with just insulting the dude up. Look. I don't know talented, but I'm in the same group he is, and I'm friends with some of his friends, and one thing I do know is he's a jokester. That's why he stopped using his voice probably that, or because it's easier. What do you think? He has something to hide? Is that what this is getting into? Just more just more rambling about how you guys are Nazis, blah 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 blah, or all of you blah 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 blah. Just more insulting shit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Quit with that shit now. Quit that shit now. That ain't it. Come on now. Any fucking ways. Let's move on.
Yes, I actually think that we should not be tolerant of intolerance. That's personally where I draw the line, and I think any reasonable person should.
So, you heard it from the bridge on liberal himself, and he admits that some people you can't be tolerant for. Even he admits it. That's the thing about leftist ideology. It's so damn contradictory. So at one point they're like, oh, tolerate everybody. Everybody must be tolerated. But at the same time they're like, oh, you can't tolerate intolerance. Which, like, damn. And the thing is, the thing is, like, that's why leftism is such a fucking pitfall. It claims you should fucking tolerate everybody. It preaches home so much, they get so caught up in the virtue bullshit that people that should never be tolerated get tolerated. That's why all that map shit's happening. That's why all that zoosexual shit's happening. That's why all that fucking drag queen story hour shit's happening. That's why people are bringing their kids to fucking drag shows where the drag queens are shaking their asses on stage and shit. That's why all that shit's happening. That's the pitfall of retarded leftism. Anybody that you must be intolerant of people that do not that are intolerant. Like, bro, nigga, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. That tolerant shit, it's so old. You gotta make a proper fine line, cause these leftist motherfuckers don't make a proper fine line. They're just like, oh, you must tolerate everybody, and if you don't tolerate everybody, you're the fucking devil. Then, nigga, shut the fuck up. Have some proper moral codes, damn, cause it's clear if you're just attacking a bunch of people like this for what seems to be no fucking reason. Cause I know at this point you've done enough research to know that all the shit you're saying is untrue. That you like, you clearly know all the shit you're saying is untrue. You've done enough research for that, but you're still going after it. So it's clear that you do not have a proper functioning fucking moral compass when you're just going after people for no fucking reason. Like, come on now. You're just going after us for no reason, and you know you have no reason, but you're still doing it for some reason. Like, dude, it's clear that you lack some degree of morality. It's clear that you lack morality, bro. Like, it's like you clearly are no mouthpiece for righteousness, for tolerance, blah, blah, blah.
The other thing you're going to notice about this video is that he spends more time trying to discredit why or tell the viewer why you shouldn't listen to me instead of actually talking about anything that I say. So, like, an example would be accusing me of hypocrisy instead of actually addressing the things I say, or trying to come up with some ulterior motives that I would have for saying the things I say instead of actually, addressing the things I say. This is a repeated pattern not only in this video, but in the videos that are going to follow.
Most of the shit you're saying, admittedly, it could just be, it's just, like, a lot of shit could be disproven by either common knowledge or by just saying a couple of things. Like, just stick in one sentence or whatever. So, and the thing is, you keep restating it, so why repeat? Like, you keep repeating shit. So, and we don't feel like having to repeat the same damn thing 20 fucking times. Like, so many times in making this video, I've had to say, I've already said this, so I'm not going to repeat myself, or something along those lines. Like, so many times, because you keep fucking repeating it. And also, since we pretty much already fucking debunked all your shit, now all that's left to do is just explain why you're doing this in the first place. Because that's the part we don't understand. Because you clearly understand that you're getting us wrong, but you're still attacking us anyway, just by the fact you have us wrong, and you know you have us wrong. So clearly there must be some motivation there. So we're trying to figure that out. I don't know the motivation. I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I haven't done research on that. I'm not in a. So I don't fucking know. I don't know what your fucking motivation is. Like I said, I didn't do research on you before this. I don't know shit about you. So yeah. But clearly, you have ulterior motives. Clearly, you have some fucked up motivation to do this. Because some normal, moral guy that understands us would not be fucking doing this. Would not be spreading clear lies about us. Like, damn.
Yeah, and then he just takes, like, more stuff that I say and just piles on more anecdotes with it. I'm really sick of this shit, so I'm not even gonna, like, confront these. Again, we're just talking, like, just a handful of anecdotes.
15 fucking anecdotes.
Okay, so, like,
dude, at what point is it no, like, once you get to a certain amount of anecdotes, is it really anecdotes anymore? Like, come on, dude. Like, the amount of quote-unquote anecdotes you can find paints the clear picture that it's no longer anecdotes. Like, dude, it's clear, even if it's, like, when it comes to especially bad shit, sure, it's not the majority or whatever, it's more like, it's clear that it's a large amount, like a scarily large amount, probably like a quarter or so. That's a guess. Don't quote me on it, but it seems more like a quarter of really fucked up shit. And then like the less fucked up shit, like just overall addiction, shit like that. That's like 99%. So yeah, it's clear that the anecdotes aren't anecdotes anymore. Once there's so many anecdotes, they're not anecdotes anymore. Like, damn.
Like I said at the top, now this is the part of the video where he tries to paint some ulterior motive that I would possibly have for making or saying the same things that I have been saying for years. He brings up my girlfriend and then sucks the of Ruben Sim repeatedly, which is funny as fuck considering Ruben Sim featured in the video. which you would have known if you just watched, but he spends the rest of this next segment by trying to rewrite history and run defense for the, God King Emperor.
Even Rubinson the Sigma male pointed this out on Twitter.
That's not what happened.
He released a list of people
It was not him.
trading NSFW content.
My girlfriend never, traded NSFW content, though.
Basically a bunch of molding about how he's mad his precious kitten got called out.
Called out for what exactly?
For most likely being a degenerate on Roblox.
Me when I literally just fucking lie.
Calling him a transphobic Nazi and shit.
I never called Ruben a Nazi?
Yeah, no, this is...
Alright, this is the part of the video where I say I don't know shit about this part. I don't know if it's true. I haven't done research, so anybody go do your own research. Either Talented or fishinq might both have it wrong. I don't know. I haven't researched this, but so go look into it. But from what I've seen, I'm leaning a little more towards Talented is right from what little I've seen. But once again, emphasis on what little I've seen. So do your own research, figure it out yourselves. Typical shit. You know what I mean? Research on your own. Simple as. Anyways, next part.
Historically illiterate. Again, though, I don't expect, this guy to, be like, oh, it makes perfect sense now, because this guy's a fucking idiot. And that requires actual nuance to, understand the complexities of a real situation that happened. And it's far easier to just put a meme on the screen, like, a Discord e-kitten one, and just be like, oh, this is literally you, bro.
Yeah, Mr. Fish in here, he throws around a lot of insults, a lot of times he'll get tripped up, he'll just start throwing insults rather than trying to disprove anything, trying to say anything, nothing like that. He just likes to fucking insult, he's just a typical fucking Yankee liberal cocksucker, you know how it goes. Anyways, let's continue.
You got me. In the flesh. Though his Tucker Carlson at the end of the video still then refers to me as gone grooming. Epic funny joke. People in the comments really thought this was hilarious. I mean, Jesus Christ, the comment section is Reddit fucking gold. You, sir, have won the internet today.
Once again, just more insulting, no basis, no nothing, more bullshit. Just dude, bro, make up some dude, bro, if you're at least have the decent, dude, just make a fucking argument. Make a fucking argument instead of just insulting. Insults on an argument, bro. What the fuck are you doing? This is some fucking Twitter bullshit. This ain't how arguments work. This isn't how discussion works. You don't just insult the motherfucker. You fucking make actual combats and shit. You don't just insult. Damn, fucking hell. Anyways, fucking next part of the video.
The only reason I mention it is because I find it, let's say, ironic, given this dude's, recent actions.
Trapaholics mixtape.
Boy, I heard you wanna fuck shit, nigga, fuck you. Pulled up with the Mac 10, let it dump.
Okay, so he just shows some classic troll phalanx trolling, I mean, I wonder where we get the name from. But yeah, some classic Ninu bullshit. I know Ninu. I'm not the closest of him, but I've talked to him a decent bit. I've talked to some friends of his a decent bit. I'm in the group that he fucking runs. And the thing is, he's not fucking an actual bro. You think you understand, thing about you understand about the troll phalanx is we're edgy as fuck. I'm the least edgy there, I gotta say. I don't interact with it much anymore, but the troll phalanx, it's known for being super edgy, not giving a fuck, just saying random bullshit to be funny, even if other people don't find it funny. They find it funny and shit, they just, fucking around, making jokes, saying stupid shit for the funny, and they find the CP jokes funny. I don't find them that... I find them kind of funny, but I don't find them as funny as they do. They may when they go overboard the fucking jokes, they go overboard it, but bro, they're just joking around and shit. And also, they mentioned that apparently they made a fucking fake account to slander the guy who leaked this shit when there's no leaking it, because it's just basically fucking public. That's just wide out in the open, well known, everybody knows that. Everybody knows about fucking Ninu's fucking bullshit escapades where he says retarded shit. Same with fucking that all this shit, stupid fucking jokes Talented and all the other boys there make. Like, everybody knows about those jokes. Everybody knows the jokes they make. Everybody knows that they're fucking nutjob edgelords who say crazy shit for the funny, you know what I mean? Everybody knows that no one takes what they say seriously, because it's not serious in the slightest. And the fucking fake account thing, yeah, I'm not particularly involved in any of the drama, but I'm like 90% sure that's probably fucking fake. I know the guys there at Troll Fan Lakes, they sleep well enough to know that they would not fucking stoop that fucking low. Like, they would not stoop that low. Like, come on now, they would not do that. Like, just talk to them, they would not do that. I know that from experience. I know them, like I said. Thing is, like, proof? Like, any real proof at all. Like, you didn't say any proof. You just said, "Oh, this is a fake account." It didn't elaborate. It didn't elaborate any farther. Imagine if I mean, like, maybe with some context it would make sense, but I don't have that context, so yeah. Anyways, on to the next part. Moral of the story: you just don't get troll failings. You just don't understand them, and I don't blame you because they're hard to understand. They're fucking wild. But anyways, next part.
And this one of me saying a joke. Never mind, guys. False alarm. It's a joke. Never mind. We just proved everything.
Can you imagine what these guys' reaction would be if, like, a furry said these messages? Like, these very same messages I just showed. Could you just imagine that? Just picture that in your head. Yeah, imagine the outrage if the roles were reversed, you stupid fucking libtard.
On this part, like I said, I know the guys well enough to know that they'd probably just, like, I don't know, they might spin this a little bit of bullshit in a joking way, but at the end of the day, they'd probably know that they'd either, like, admittedly, at first, they'd assume that they're not joking, but when they find out they're joking, they're like, oh, okay, fucking, this furry, he has a sense of humor, you know what I mean? Because the thing is, like, yeah, they would assume at first that it's not a joke, but once the furry cleans it up, they'd probably be like, okay, fine, you're joking, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, this guy, man, this guy likes to fucking just babble on about random shit, man, just fucking make some arguments, dude. Like, it has been a hot minute. I mean, a hot minute since this guy has made any genuine arguments beyond insulting. Like any arguments of any proof, anything. Like, he's been a while. Like, everything in this video has been just insulting. Like this fucking April Fool's video. It's mostly just been insults. Like, dude, come on, make an actual fucking effort.
Reacting to one of Gone Fishing's videos, plus Discord, by Handcup Official, March 3rd, 2024. You'll notice it was published the same day as the video that I talked about prior, because it was made by a friend of the video that I talked about prior. Though I will say this one is significantly more brain broken. What this guy did is, I guess he tried to do a light amount of trolling in my Discord server, joining my Discord server and just like lying and trying to troll people and shit, and then crying about it when he got, drop kicked and banned. Before the furries say you was spreading intolerance, I wasn't. All I did was introduce myself and then asked a question. I mean, come on, is that illegal in 2024? I just wanted to have a civil conversation. And then they banned me. They censored me. They were censoring me. I'm sorry, we don't need to justify why we're gonna fucking ban you. Go kick rocks.
Okay, now, once again, I know, I'm not the closest of Handcuff. I haven't spoken to him a lot, but I know the guy somewhat, and I'm part of his group. I know how they operate there. And I know that he wouldn't lie about this sort of thing. Like, he's normally a pretty honest guy. He wouldn't just lie about it like that. And bro, all he did was go in, say who he was, try to ask some questions and shit, and you kind of just like fucking kind of banned him, which you say, we don't need to explain why we do it, but kind of like, yeah, it's your sir, you can do whatever you want, but at the same time, like, we can still call you a bitch for doing that, because that's kind of a bitch move. Like just like, oh, this guy he's questioning your narrative. He's your quote unquote enemy or whatever. And he's in your server trying to ask questions, shit like that. Nope. Oh no! I kicked that motherfucker immediately. And also, I don't think he. And I'm pretty sure all he was doing was saying he was asking questions. I'm not too sure, but like, dude, dude. Why are you spreading the bullshit? He wasn't spreading information. None of us are spreading misinformation all over the place like you're saying. Like you're just on some wild shit, man. Come on now.
I just wanted to have a conversation. So anyways, this is where it gets actually good. So he does this very kind of botched introduction of who I am in the first place. He has to do this kind of act where he pretends like, you know, not much is known about him just because he couldn't actually be f***ed to do the research himself. Nothing much is known about him except for being a furry, hating Rubinson, and mocking Matt Walsh. I swear to God, you could not make this shit up. I do not know what I even need to say about this. Matt Walsh is a horrible f***ing person.
And this is me just stating, right now I'm gonna start by just stating facts. Girls between the ages of like 17 and 24 is when they're technically most fertile. Yeah. Okay? That's biological. That's a fact, all right? I'm just stating facts. That's all. So what I'm saying is that the problem is not per se teenage pregnancy, it's unwed pregnancy. That's the problem in society. It's only problematic when you are not married.
Yeah, so then
yeah, I'm half sure the Matt Walsh part is taken out of context. I don't know. I don't watch Matt Walsh that much, but I'm pretty damn sure all he was talking about there was like, I don't even see what he said was all that bad. He said women in their young adulthood are most fertile, and the problem is that people are getting pregnant without being married. Like it's kind of obvious of a problem. Like the only people that say that's not a problem are sexy junkie losers that like to be all promiscuous and shit. So I don't know what he's saying there. That part just kind of fucking caught me off guard. I'm gonna have to fucking rewatch the part, the rest of that fucking bit, because I think he said some other shit. One moment. Okay, yeah, the other shit. Yeah, the other shit. Shit he's talking about, the shit Handcuff said, yeah, I imagine Handcuff didn't do the most research. Neither did I, neither did dude, we're not gonna look into every little thing about you, and also I can understand why this guy would just. I don't understand why Handcuff would just say, "Oh, he's a furry," because I mean, what's the real distinction between the motherfuckers who are vehemently defending the furries and horribly, spreading misinformation bullshit about us, and the people that are. And like the actual furries, there's not much difference between those two, so why bother making too much of a distinction? And also fucking when the we don't know much about you part, not much is known about you part, like he might means that from the anti-furry perspective, because you just sort of popped onto the scene, started spitting bullshit about us, and we don't know anything about who you are. We haven't had run-ins with you in the past, so we don't know much about you. You know what I mean? And we're not gonna go fucking search into every little aspect about you. Most of us don't have time for that, and the few that do choose to just, look into more important parts. You know what I mean? Like the hating room sim part. I don't know anything about that, but from what little I've heard, it seems like you're. From what little I've heard, it seems like you're very much. Fucking.
He states the same BS from the prior video because again, it was made by his friend, so this was just like a free just dunk saying that I am most likely a furry because of my online girlfriend. Dude, you got me. I have an online girlfriend. You got me. And
dude, he literally admitted that he's just assuming that. He literally admitted oh, I'm just assuming that. He's not trying to pass it off as hard evidence. He's not trying to pass it off as if it's gospel or whatever. He's not trying to say that there's hard proof, whatever. He's just saying he's assuming that. dude, you did you not read what was directly in front of you? Did you not read it at all? You show it on the screen too, and still just ignore that very important detail. Come on now.
again, like I said with the previous guy, he's just trying to paint some ulterior motive here for why I would make the video or why anybody would make a video like the one I made. And hopefully it will just like poison the well so that his audience isn't, you know, thinking like, okay, well, but like some of this actually makes sense. No, it can't make sense because actually the guy who made it has some ulterior motives. So like, don't even listen to him. Yeah, he.
Okay, so what I remember from watching Hanco's video, like his response video, like what points in well, what trying to paint arterial movies, like one bit of painting arterial art. Fuck, I can't speak. The only instant of that is that one time when he literally admitted that he's just assuming shit. It's literally that one point when he's saying he's assuming, when he's admitting that chances are he's wrong. So, what the fuck are you on about?
He tries to play semantics, which you'll see again with the next video as well. They just try and play semantics and be like, anti-furries and furry hunters and furry haters or furry killers, these are actually like different. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Ah, yes, we are all Nazis and little toddlers for disliking a group of people. Yeah, you actually are like toddlers at the very least. Like yeah. No, you are. So in response to me saying that anti-furries originated from the far right, he says, I could say the same about furries being from the far left. Great job, Sunshine. Great, beautiful job. You get a juice box for that one. Great work. You could observe reality. Judging by this guy's profile pic, which has him drinking commie tears, I'm assuming he would just say something like I said, communism, bomunism, schmomunism, Venezuela, 7 gorillion population dead, or some shit like that. But, hit me with it, dude. Hit me.
Okay, that whole part of the video just fused the fuck together. He just kept going on what fucking dumbass insults and shit, not making any actual fucking arguments. And when it comes to what was it? I already fucking forgot. Let me give me a second to think, because I don't feel like rewatching that entire segment. The fuck was it that he said? Oh fuck! Now I have to rewatch it anyways. Fucking one more. Yeah, the whole him making the distinction between the anti-furries and the furry haters. The thing is, most of us make that distinction because, like, there's a pretty big distinction. Like, most anti-furries don't use, like, for a while, it was kind of hard to make the distinction because how similar we were and the same symbols and everything. But now, you can pretty easily tell us apart because anti-furries, normally don't use the typical anti-furry flag anymore. We kind of let that go a little while back, and we try to make actual arguments against them. We make actual fucking videos against them. We actually say shit. Well, furry haters are normally the dipshits in the TikTok comment sections, making annoying ass jokes, being annoying, and fucking saying fuckless bullshit. Basically the ones that bullshit. The ones that make the shitty memes and the meme compilations, all that shit. The one that leaves dumbass comments and shit instead of the anti-furries are the ones that make actual arguments. The ones that have actual reasons. The ones that make actual groups and shit like that. You know what I mean? Anyways, next part.
Or some shit like that, but hit me with it, dude. Hit me. I feel like you cherry-picked these memes to make us look worse. That's really interesting. Did I also cherry-pick your entire ideology that you subscribe to? Please tell me if I did. I'm sincerely sorry if I cherry-picked the entire ideology, its creator, its iconography, and its vexillology, rooting back to clear and obvious Nazi imagery. So sorry if I cherry-picked that, your entire foundation.
Bro, there's no clear ideology we all subscribe to. I have met fucking anti-furries from all over the fucking aisle, okay? I've met ones that are borderline anarchists, ones that are fucking really totalitarian. I've met commies. I've met fucking borderline fascists. I haven't met any actual fascists, I don't think, but ones that are kind of close. They're all over the aisle. There's no exact fucking ideology we subscribe to, other than for the most part we're against furries for them being sexual degenerates, but there's some varying degree to that. But anyways, fucking fuck. What else did this motherfucker say? Oh yeah, the origins of the flag, the founder, shit like that. Like I said, we've changed a lot since then. We've grown. We've purified ourselves. We've cleaned ourselves. We've fixed ourselves, showing the furries that fixing your community is very much an option. We've done it. We've denazzified a lot. Like a lot. And the thing is, like I said back then, I don't think we really were Nazis. I think we were just fucking complete edgelords. But now the edgelord shit's gone too. You know what I mean? We've gotten a lot better. So all that root shit, all the roots, whatever the fuck you want to call it, doesn't matter anymore. Because I'm pretty sure most people from back then are no longer really no longer like they're either very rare or they don't real or and most of them left shit like that. Like the ones, fuck, I cannot speak right now, man. But yeah, man, people that joined back then, few and far between. You don't meet them that often. And on top of that, fucking the few that did join back then, that I met at least, tend to be anti-Nazi too. And also, assuming that back then it was a full-on Nazi group, which I don't think it was, but assuming it was, so what? Because as I said, we've changed. I fucking stated this so many times, because this nigga just keeps fucking making the same argument, but anyways, fucking... Yeah, I explained this enough, man. I'm tired of restating the same damn thing over and over. Next part.
He says in this next segment that because I dislike fascism, I am, in his words, no better than the Ku Klux Klan.
To be fair, though, coming from the anti-furry crowd, this guy probably meant that as a compliment.
What else do I have to say aside from, like, using this fucking shitty image that's, like, Antifa and the Ku Klux Klan? The same thing. Antifa says that an entire race is bad. Obviously, they hate white people, okay? Antifa, destroys buildings. Antifa hides their face with a mask, and that's it. That's it. Like, okay, come on. Like, we seriously doing this? We're seriously gonna say that I'm the KKK because I don't like Nazis? Okay, thank you. Again, we was doing debate and shit. We was gone fishing. We was doing intellectual debate and shit. Yeah,
I don't even know what to say on this part. Just more fucking retarded babbling that makes no sense at all. He just keeps babbling. Babble, damn. Nigga's the Tower of Babylon. Like, seriously, what is this guy on about? I'm losing brain cells listening to this shit. I don't understand at this point. He just keeps yapping on about this shit. I don't understand it in the fucking slightest. Fuck, man. Man, I don't, and also I don't think Handcuff. I know Handcuff decently well enough that I know that he's kind of anti-fascist. He doesn't like fascism, so I know that he's not saying that you're the KKK for being against fascism. You're probably just horribly misinterpreting that, or at worst, you're just spreading misinformation, which it seems like something you do, considering the fact that you've done enough research on us to know who we are, but still choose to act like we're Nazis, even though you should know by now that we're not. Because, like I said, most of us are anti-Nazi. That's made very clear. In fact, we have multiple. In fact, Jews aren't particularly uncommon. One of our biggest group leaders, like I said, one of the biggest YouTubers group leaders, blah blah blah, is Jewish. Dude, look up the beginner dude. He's Jewish, he runs one of the biggest fucking groups, he has a very large channel, he's mostly pretty well respected. There's another dude that I already mentioned him, and there's another dude I already mentioned too, fucking CEO trolling. He's Polish and also very anti-Nazi. In fact, he kind of basically got one anti-furry basically kicked out of the community for being too Nazi-like. So yeah, it's very clear that we're not Nazis at all. Even if we did used to be, which I don't think we were, even if we did used to be, well, what does it matter because we're not now? Fuck, man.
Skips around a lot and then finally lands on the clip of me quite reasonably saying that an adult sharing stuff in adult spaces with other adults is, not bad. And go figure, because of how obviously not bad this is, he has to just make up a hypothetical that fits his worldview instead of addressing the actual situation. I see you're trying to normalize NSFW content. Try explaining this to all of the minors who have been exposed to NSFW by people such as Furry Citation Needed.
You've already been over this. Any sort of SOW kind of shit, it's bad. Like, obviously, we've been over this before. I think I've explained it multiple times, at least once in this video alone. But yeah, it's bad, trickle down shit, all that. And also when it comes to handcuffs response, I'm pretty sure it's just because, we've had the knowledge of how bad it is forever and what it leads to forever, this forever, that we often forget how blind other people are to that fact, how most of them don't really know that fact. So we end up saying shit like that seems like a blunder, but really with the right background information, it makes sense. We just forget that a lot of people don't have that background information like we have had for like a long time now, Anyways, next.
I would say citation needed at least, but it's also pretty clear that this guy would just like pull up some fucking like anecdote or something from like 135 BC and then just point to it and be like, oh, fucking, he just said citation needed and I got one or two or three or four even, dare I say. See, like it happens. Yeah, the video.
More insulting, anecdote, bro. I've seen plenty of statistics stuff explaining this, plenty of research explaining this, all sorts of stuff like that. I can't think of any links, anything off the top of my head, any specific websites, whatever, so I can't link anything. Do the research yourself, everybody. Do research yourself. But any fucking ways, and on top of that, the fucking... once again, at what point is an anecdote no longer an anecdote? What point are anecdotes no longer anecdotes? Because there's a cutoff line at some point when it's like so fucking common that it's not an anecdote anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's not an anecdote It's not an anecdote anymore. Once like fuck, it's not an anecdote anymore. Once there's so many anecdotes, they're not anecdotes anymore. They're just how it fucking is. You know what I mean? Anyways, fucking next part.
Ends with like a solid, like just over a minute of him just going through the comment section of my video, claiming that it is all like quote unquote biased and lies, with no actual attempt to explain or even pause or stop on any of the comments or explain why they are quote unquote biased and lies. He just, I guess, wants you to just interpret that as such and not actually read them or interpret them as they were written.
I mean, kind of fair point there. I'm pretty sure Handcuff did, he already made a response video at the time he writing this, but like, yeah, but he cleared that up, saying, yeah, he fucked up then, like, yeah, he should have taken a little bit more time to debunk it, but at the same time, shouldn't have you, when it comes to like a lot of the arguments and shit we've made, like half the shit you've said to quote unquote debunk us was just you insulting us. Like, dude, insults aren't refutes. Insults aren't like fucking evidence that we're wrong, bro. Like, dude, this isn't Twitter. You can't just insult somebody and then all the problems go away and you're correct. That's not how it works. That's not how this works, brother. Come on now. This ain't how this works, brother. Anyways, next fucking part.
Note I will say is that the thumbnail strangely like calls me a simp. I guess I am just a simp now for having a girlfriend. If being a simp means that I get more pussy than your dad or you or your grandpa fucking combined, then I am a fucking simp through and through. How about that?
Once again, more insults have actually making a few, and also, he probably understood this, but yeah, it's just fucking pretending like he doesn't. But anyways, I'm pretty sure if Hank kept calling you a simp was because of the fucking what's the word? Was because because of the allegations that you're doing this shit, you're misinformation on us and shit like that, just because you're butthurt about what Ruben said about your fucking girlfriend or whatever, and the shit and the Coomer shit she's done or whatever. Once again, I don't know if that's true. I haven't done research and shit. I've said this fucking 20 times, I think. That's hyperbolic as shit, but I've said it a few times. So yeah, I don't know if that's true. Don't take my word on it. Do research yourself, everybody. But yeah, from what I've heard, fucking the only reason Fishing's doing this is because Ruben fucking someone or Ruben, I think it was Ruben or someone exposed his girlfriend, doing degenerate shit, and now he's butthurt about it, so he's going after us. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it is. I'm leaning towards it might be true. It seems like it might be true, given how this guy acts, but I don't fucking know. Do your own research. But yeah, that's probably why. But yeah, that's why Handcuff's calling you a simple fucking ass. And also, fucking, please, for the love of God, fucking make arguments rather than just insulting us. And dude, the way you say, I get more pussy than you, blah, 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 like, dude, no shit. Handcuff's a minor, and also, dude, do you think you sound cool when you say this, bro? You sound like fucking Quagmire. You sound like fucking Quagmire when you say that shit. You sound degenerate as shit when you say that shit. Like, dude, no one's taking you seriously just because you're saying, I get more bitches. Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up, okay? You shut the fuck up. You sound like Lynn Quagmire when you say that shit. Anyways, next part.
My actual response to Gone Fishing's video, Roblox Nazis Furry Hunters by Encore C Chat. This is actually the second video that they uploaded on me specifically because they made a video previously that was a glorified shit post, and despite me not even knowing about it, the video got ruthlessly disliked. I never mentioned it anywhere or sent people to quote-unquote harass him or shit, and it was so bad that the creator of the video actually accused me of doing so, even though I did not. I guess feeling a little butthurt that his most viewed video was now a shit post with a significant amount of dislikes, he made a follow-up video attempting to do the same thing that the previous ones did, but I mean, even shittier. This video I did actually post in my Discord server critiquing it. I just posted a screenshot of the video, provided with a link to it, with clear criticism attached. The video starts by accusing me of, by my own logic, committing a hate crime against anti-furries. Don't even know what I need to say about this because he doesn't even try to elaborate on this at all. So let's.
I don't know the guy. I don't have lots of videos, so maybe he didn't elaborate. I don't know. This kind of. Anyways, I explained for the guy. It's because you're acting like disliking them in any fucking manner, like disliking a group of people in any fucking manner, saying anything against them, doing anything against them is somehow fucking hate crimes. You're acting like we're hate crime furries or whatever because we dislike them. We make shitty memes about them and shit like that. You're acting like we're somehow fucking hate criming them. So, yeah, by your logic, you doing this to us is no different. Is you hate criming. So yeah, that's simple. When you fucking lower the bar for what a hate crime is considered, then obviously a lot of shit's gonna be considered a hate crime when it has no rhyme or reason to be hate crime. So damn, another case of you contradicting yourself. Another fucking case of you having no consistency.
Genius. And then he just does the same tired bullshit that I've already seen throughout this entire video. Play semantics of furry hunters, anti-furries, these are different things. Accuse me of cherry picking. In fact, this video doesn't bring a single original point that I have not already torn to shreds in this video. The only thing.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you kind of say the same shit over and over, so it's kind of hard, but and yeah, when it comes to, I've turned to shred all these arguments already, I could say the same fucking thing, because at this point, I am getting so fucking tired. I've been having to fucking repeat the same shit 20 times. I've been doing this shit for the past fucking, man, fucking hour half, almost? I don't know. It's been a fucking while since I started recording this shit. But yeah, but yeah, you keep saying the same shit too. You keep doing the same shit too, making the same dipshit arguments. And also, and atop that, you can't even stick to making the same dipshit arguments. Instead, you make the same dipshit arguments. And then also go on your way to just start insulting us too, instead of actually making arguments. Come on. I'd rather you just keep repeating the same dipshit arguments over and over, even though they've been debunked, rather than fucking just start insulting us and having no fucking actual arguments. Dude, either keep using the same arguments, or find some new arguments, or just shut the fuck up, okay? Just stop just insulting us fucking pointlessly like you are, dude.
The thing that I want to say that this person said is this. At about a minute and a half into the video, the creator puts text on the screen mocking the idea that the anti-furry quote-unquote movement would be inducting kids at a young age into Nazi ideology in the future. He mocks this idea.
Yeah, because he mocks it because it's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. It's a stupid idea, and you know that. You're just spreading misinformation, man. Because, dude, like I said, I've been on it. I've been saying this over and over. None of us are Nazis, like at all. Most of us are anti-Nazi. No, so almost all of us are anti-Nazi. So I don't know what the fuck you're on about. Like you're acting. This is a big serious issue. Like, dude, no, it's not. We're not Nazis. We're not inducting people into Nazism. Shit like that. I don't know where you're really getting this from, other than that you're pulling it out of your ass, because clearly you've done enough research on us to know we're not Nazis. As I said before, as I've said fucking 20 times, you've done enough research to know that we're not Nazis, but you just keep fucking saying we are for some fucking reason. And now it's clear that you have ulterior motives if you're just continuing the bullshit on us. Like when you've done enough research to know otherwise. Now it's just clear now. You're showing your hand. You're showing your cards, man. Come on now, fuck.
And it's something that I found kind of sickeningly ironic upon finding out that the creator of this video is actually a relatively young person who very much likely fell into the same trap that they are currently denying the existence of. And this,
like I said, the whole you're making kids neo-Nazis part. That's the bullshit. Us having kids in our group, that's not bullshit. Cause like, it's for multiple reasons. I don't know this guy's story for why he became anti-furry. Maybe he had a bad run of furries. Maybe he's an ex-furry. Whatever. I don't know the reason, but it's clear that he's not gonna become a fucking Nazi because of us, because we're not Nazis. How can you groom a minor into becoming a Nazi when you're not a fucking Nazi yourself? Like, dude, come on now. Anyways, next portion. Onward and upward with the fucking bullshit.
this opens up to the conclusion of the video I would like to call civilian casualties.
Being an anti-furry on the surface seems very simple, and in a way, it kind of is, right? Like, it's very simple to at least get into, because all it really relies on is you having a natural human reaction in finding something different from you weird. Unfortunately, though, that means that you could easily get a lot of kids into it. In all my time spent, researching for this, follow-up video, everything I've seen points to the average age for your average anti-furry being particularly on the younger side. I saw very, very young kids.
We will start an anti-furry campaign to support the gamers in the furry war.
Here's some info, guys, that we're going to use to destroy the furry. We will hunt all the furries. This is a message to all the gay furries.
Yeah, all you gay furries.
Shortly after the video.
Okay, where the fuck did you even find those? Because I have not. I have not seen those videos anywhere. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think anyone I know has seen those videos anywhere, man. Like, the thing is, those are either old as fuck from back when the shit you're saying was actually somewhat of a problem, or those are just like the fucking. Yeah, those are probably as old, man. Those, or they're fucking very rare cases. Once again, I can make the same argument you are. Oh, anecdotes. Like you keep fucking saying, and like, dude. Another thing is, like, remember the distinction I made earlier of anti-furries, furry haters. Thing is, yeah, like those kids you saw. Those were furry haters, like they call it. They were just cringe ass motherfuckers on TikTok making stupid fucking content. You know what I mean? And dude, and yeah, actually, got to think of it. Yeah, those are fucking old. Like, I remember you said one, like that one of them said something about the gamer furry war. That was in 2021. Like, dude, seriously, nowadays, there's not nearly as many children in here and we're not, and our most of our ideas have changed and shit like that. Nowadays the average age is 13. Like 13 is mainly, yeah, it's mainly 13 with some on the younger side and a good 40% or so that are older. So I don't know what the fuck, man. This dude just I still don't know this guy's motivation. What is his motivation? But yeah, fucking. Anyways, yeah. Moral story. You're just bullshitting. A bit of cherry picking on that too. You're just bullshitting, cherry picking, misinformation, shit, and you're doing anecdotes and shit like that. You know how it fucking goes, man. Fuck. Any fucking West. Next part.
Was released in the first week, I stumbled across a comment from just a certain individual who, I'm going to completely censor as well as the comment so that it's not traceable or searchable in any way. But just suffice to say, they left like an anti-furry comment, we'll just say. I went to their channel and found videos that they recently had uploaded demonstrating very clearly that, let's just say, they are an obvious child. Even further, I went into their oldest videos and found ones from 5.5 years ago where you can see they are actually a toddler.
And I slowly they can kill other spiders too.
In fact, here's a video from not even 5 years ago, 2019, where they look like they're probably like 7 years old. I don't even know if I would say that. They look more like they're 6.
Come to your house and kill you.
And I kind of paused and went like, holy shit. That means that at the time that this video was recorded, I was older than they currently are now 5 years later. Oh, shit, lag, sorry, but looking around more, it seems that that's actually the overall consistency. The age being really, really, really fucking young, surprisingly.
Okay, yeah, more shit, yeah, that kid, particularly, like, that's a very wild case, a very unique case, that never happens, like, dude, go into any large anti-furry server where a lot of, go to any congregation of anti-furries. The youngest you will meet there is 12. And that's a rarity. It's almost all 13 or older. It's almost all 13 or older. The average age is 13 nowadays. And in the past, sure, there used to be a lot of younger ones, but nowadays it's almost all 13, with a couple of 12-year-olds, and a decent bit that are older. Like, for example, I'm 15, and almost everybody in the servers I'm in, are 13. Or 13 or 14, some my age too. The thing is, that case that you're showing, yeah, that kid's fucking young. I'm not gonna deny that, but that's one case. That's one case. I could say the same thing you are and say, oh, I can say the same thing you've been saying, antidote, because that's what it is. It's an anecdote. That's not the norm at all, especially not nowadays. In the past, it was kind of close to the norm, but nowadays it ain't. It ain't by a long shot.
Anti-furry archives of anti-furry websites that I gathered some of my information from. I ran across one called antifurries.weebly.com, an old website that was active from March 2021 until I don't know, but it's not available anymore. On there, they had a Q&A section where kids would ask questions, kids or teens would ask questions, and then the author of the website would respond to the questions and give their advice or whatever. One of the questions from a kid being this, asking what to do because they have a furry that's in their class. The author of the website, I kid you not, responds by telling this obvious child to bully them, get other people to bully them, and then tell the school administration and in the hopes of getting them suspended. When you have that full perspective in mind,
yeah, that part is very much fucked up. But once again, that is old, and that's old. Like, simple as, that's old, that's not a thing anymore. You made it yourself, it's 2021. It's an old 2021 website, it's an old 2021 website. I can't speak. It's an old 2021 website. And once again, that's the only case you have. And yes, it's fucked up. I'm not going to deny that is fucked up. But, once again, it's old, and it's only one case. Maybe, and I'm not gonna lie, maybe those cases did happen a lot back in those days. I'm not sure. But nowadays, they don't really happen like that ever. Well, a lot of anti-furries are more reasonable now. They're more about trying to help the furries out of their delusion, trying to help the furries become better people. That's what one of the fucking groups I'm a part of is mainly about. And it's like, actually, let me fucking check how many people are in there right now. 1 second. Yeah, and it's fucking 24 members strong. So yeah, it's not nearly as bad as you're thinking it is. That, you know. But yeah, the whole oh, it's a bunch of little kids being tricked into being Nazis and been doing horrible things to furries. That's not a thing anymore. It's mostly teenagers that are actually against furries for genuine reasons and are normally trying to help them, or one of the worst ones try to deplatform them a bit. That's the worst it normally gets, trying to deplatform like fucking ones that are exposed for doing horrible shit. But for the most part. It's for the most part trying to help them. You know what I mean? Like, dude, this dude is just finding all the old shit from when we did used to be kind of bad. I'm not gonna deny we used to be kind of bad, but now we've gotten so much better. But motherfuckers like this are just taking our past and acting like we're still that way. One, when you do any amount of research on us about anything recent, you know we are no longer like that at all. Uh, Hey, it's me days later, early in the fucking morning, as you can see. When I was editing the audio, there's one audio clip of me, one clip of me talking, like I can't find where the fuck it goes, like at all. Like I cannot figure out where these two audio segments go. So I'm just gonna play them in this. So yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna lip read, I have no idea what he said inside that fucking belief. But given everything else he said, he's probably saying, he's probably saying, oh, you guys are still Nazis, blah blah blah. And also, dude, Talented was not defending Nazis. So I don't know where the fuck you got that from. Like I said, I don't know that guy, but I know his friends, and I know that the troll families, they aren't really Nazis. They're edgy as fuck. Don't get me wrong, but they're not Nazis, and also, dude, you leftists aren't tolerant at all. Like, man, all we do is be somewhat against any of your views, and then you immediately start acting like we're fucking Adolf Hitler. Hell, I'm pretty sure that's probably the reason why a lot of the older anti-furries used to act like Nazis so much, because we were like, well, you're gonna call us Nazis anyway for being even remotely, for being fucking to the right of fucking Bernie Sanders, so why not just go into it? I mean, they got snazzy fucking uniforms, that's fucking simple. But dude, seriously, fucking, God, this nigga yaps. Yap, damn. But dude, man, I already lost my train of fucking thought. Let me rewatch that fucking section. Yeah, I already forgot what I said earlier, but fucking, I rewatched it. For most of it, he doesn't fucking say anything else of any importance other than just some stupid fucking insulting, calling us Nazis more. Like, bro, dude, you gotta get a new talking point, bro. It's been disproved so many times. They're not fucking Nazis. Come on, make some fucking new shit, damn. And also, yeah, I can't figure out where that goes. Like, there's already something there where this number would be in such, like, right up here. So, like, I have no clue where the hell this would go. So yeah, there it is. Just like, maybe I didn't review the footage good enough. Maybe it does very clearly go somewhere, but I mean, as you can see, I already have an audio for every clip, so I don't know where the fuck it would go. So yeah, yeah, there it is. Onto the ending of the video. Bye. Okay, oh well, that's the end of the video. Yeah, this guy just like yaps a lot of bullshit. But yeah, just y'all go do as always, y'all go do your own research. Y'all figure shit out on your own. Don't take my word. Don't take his word. Don't take everybody else's word on that just blindly. Go do some research. Figure shit out on your own. Then come back, then decide. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's another video. Goodbye. Have fun. I don't know how to end these. Bye.